and we are live.
I thought you were gonna say, "Fuck it, we're doing live."
We're doing live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the September 14, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word saint spelled backwards. And today, my co-hosts are the lovely First Lady J. We got Brother Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk, Thursday at 9 p.m. We got Student X, star of Mutant Politics, often Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. We got the infamous El Pooh, star of Spin That Back, also Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. And we got Mr. Floyd X.
Yes. We're ready today. It's a lot going on. So we're going to speak about it. Y'all want to join the show? Speak about it. Get in the comments. Hit the likes. Get ready. We're about to go in. We got Student X to go in and go hard. We're going to go hard on pause. We're going to go in on it, and we're going to speak on the Jay-Z, the Kendrick Lamar, and our brother Wayne. We're going to speak on all of it. Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right, so first things first, what's going on with you, First Lady J?
Life. That's what's going on. I'm living life and enjoying life. That's all that's going on with me right now.
And just like I was about to pivot to Brother Walk, he went and ran. But, Student X, what's going on with you, brother?
Oh, another day in paradise, and happy to be on the show with you all.
Infamous El Pooh, what it do?
Yes, sir. I'm here, ready to get it in like Shannon Sharp.
And Mr. Floyd X, what's going on, sir?
I'm chilling. I'm doing just like El Pooh. I'm here to get it in like Shannon Sharp also. Oh, come on, man. I'm falling. Y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it in like Shannon Sharp.
Y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk.
Get it in. Okay, let's go.
All right, so let's get to the get up. First, let's start this off with some RIPs. We lost some heavyweights, some serious people. So first, James Earl Jones, voice of Darth Vader and many other things. You got something for us, First Lady J?
Yes, legendary actor James Earl Jones, best known for his innumerable movie roles and the booming voice of the character of Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise, has died. His representatives confirmed his death on Monday. He was 93 years old. He died at his home in Dutchess County, New York, surrounded by his family, according to the longtime agent Barry McPherson. James Earl Jones was powerful. He was known for his deep voice, was brought to life, and like I stated before, in Darth Vader. For me, he was one of my all-time favorite actors in the movie Claudine. Actually, we are going to host a Claudine and a Frankie Beverly party next weekend.
That's what's up. That's good. And speaking of Frankie Beverly, let's give our sincerest rest in peace to one of the greatest singers. Yeah. So you got something? Somebody got something about Master Beverly?
I just remember my dad used to be blasting that every Saturday morning loud. He'd be in the yard cutting grass, doing all kind of stuff, playing that Frank Beverly and Mays, man. Yeah. Rest in peace to that brother.
He was one of my favorites. I've been to like 5 of his concerts. My last concert I went to was his farewell tour, actually Mother's Day. And we always wore white when we went to Frankie Beverly concerts. Although we knew his voice was changing over the years, all he had to do was put the mic up, and we were singing. The audience we sang for him. So it didn't matter how raspy his voice got. We just know we were there to see Frankie, and we were about to party. And that's what he did until he left this earth. And he's definitely going to be missed. Rest in peace.
All right, that's what's up. So that having been said, we've moved the in the news segment to the back part of it. So we're gonna just start off and jump right into the topics. First topic.
Wait, did we talk about Rich Homie Quan?
Last week, yeah, we did. You just got something else new?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Walk. I'm sorry.
Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. Here's to you, brother.
We have one more rest in peace, the ballerina, Michaela the Prince. She was born during the Civil War in Sierra Leone, who performed with Beyonce and the Lemonade album. She died at the age of 29 years of age. Rest in peace to her.
Rest in peace.
Way too young. Way too young. So, all right, let's get into it. The great debate, Harris versus Trump. So, y'all catch that debate? What'd you think about it? First Lady J, did you see it?
Did I see it? Wait a minute. Did he just ask me this online? Did I see it? Shoot, I was in my living room singing TKO. Oh my. Look who's running now. Wasn't he the main one that said he wanted to do more debates? And now he's making all these excuses to run. Yeah, he got slam dunked. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed how she carried herself. I was disappointed. Like, he wouldn't even give this woman eye contact. I love how she handled and talked about the abortions. I love how she mentioned, like, she only had one client. It was the people. I enjoyed everything about her performance, her debate versus Mr. Orange Man. And I'll come back. I have more to say.
Mr. Walker, go ahead. I know you got something to say.
It was actually Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris and the two moderators. He was answering the question and was cut off in the middle of his answer. And Donald Trump looked at him like, what? That's not what a debate is supposed to be about. He got fact-checked like 14, 20 times. She didn't get fact-checked once on anything she was saying. Now, as far as
it's about time.
As far as who won, as far as the visual, it seems she won because she didn't crap her pants like everybody thought she was. Everybody thought she was going to be cackling and all that weird stuff that she normally do. She was very prepared for the debate. But as far as policy, and we didn't learn nothing about Kamala. She didn't speak on policies and what she's going to do and what's come. So it was a good visual to watch, and she looked very pretty. But her points actually dropped 2 points, and his points went up 2 points, according to CNN poll.
Student X, I know you got an interesting take on all this. What you got to say, brother?
Yeah, bro. I watched it, and honestly, I was surprised by just how much Trump was not prepared. The whole night, Kamala was looking like a strong prosecutor. And honestly, she had him on the run. I was shocked. It reminded me of, now granted, I'm the first to tell you that both these people were lying. They weren't being straight up, the whole night. Kamala reminded me of, how you could be, well dressed in lies, but the naked truth, is not very presentable, and not that Trump or Kamala each was telling the truth, but it was just for someone who's informed about what's going on, not only in the country, but also geopolitically. A lot of propaganda was still being spread throughout, the show from both sides. But I would say that the fact that Trump was on the defense the whole night and Kamala did an excellent job as a prosecutor, whether or not she had an earpiece on or not. I've heard this, this coming from the right. In general, the bottom line is that, Trump, was not looking presidential. And the sister's right, is he was on the run in terms of, if you asked me before this debate, and you asked Trump before the debate, was he ready to do more debates? He would have said yes all day long, but it was actually the reverse. After this debate took place, Kamala was ready to rock and roll and wanted to do more debates, whereas Trump, kind of backed away, saying that he won and he didn't need to do another one. So I was surprised about the night, honestly.
Mr. Floyd X, what's your take on this?
Hey, Mr. Doom and Gloom Trump, you lost, absolutely lost. Kamala came out there and stomped you and dragged you. What they say, the dog walked them. She dog walked them up and down that stage, literally, and he didn't have no chance of coming back. I watched a guy who I despise, Mr. Bill O'Reilly, his take. He gave an honest take on it, and I just lost the words he said that I wanted to say. Damn it. Never mind. But hey, she whipped them in the points taken. She was very articulate in her points, and he was just all over the place. He took the bait, as everybody was saying. He took the bait, and it was just a big what do you call it? It was just a catastrophe for him. I know he had a rally, I think like 2 days ago out here in California, trying to speak, and all he do is talk bad, doom and gloom, and talk about how bad she is. He lost. You lost. You're out of there, buddy. You're out of there. I don't know if he could come back from this.
Infamous, what was your take on this?
Well, I don't know who won or lost, but I do know one thing. My cat is missing. And, he said that Haitians, he had put, this is a meme that he actually put up. Now, do those look like Haitians or do that look like one of your cousins?
Wow.
Do you know the difference? It's racist. And also,
he put that meme up there?
He put that meme up there.
They were promoting these. Him and JD Vance, they were putting this out there on social media.
Yeah, they did.
Crazy.
And it also prompted Snoop to put up.
Do y'all have proof on that? Or
right
y'all
here?
just saying that's what y'all
That's
heard?
the truth. It's on Truth Social. It's on Truth Social. It is up there. That Trump did put that up there. And also, Snoop had said, due to recent events, I must cancel my upcoming shows in Springfield, Ohio.
Stepping all over his joke. But so when it first started off, I thought that she was kind of like, she didn't answer the first question directly at all. She just basically went into her sort of like try to move the narrative. And I almost felt like she seemed kind of nervous. But after that first question, she just pretty much destroyed him. Some people were saying that she rope-a-doped him. I don't know. He just got sucked into it. When she threw that thing about, rallies or whatever, the rally sizes, he took that bait and they're like, look, we got a serious thing. Why did you kill the border situation? He goes, hold up. Let me talk about my rallies. And he just was unhinged. The greatest line that I recall that I remember from this, and when she go, because he's all talking about how I had the greatest amount of 72, no sitting president has ever had as much, votes as I got, which is actually true. Before him, no one had that much. But, she starts off and says, look, 81 million people fired Donald Trump. And that was just a bar. So, I think she did a great job. So, salute to that.
Did anybody learn anything about Kamala Harris during the debate? Did anybody learn like what she's going to do? Like any intricate details about who she is? All it was just like, oh, I'm going to bring the country together. Plus, you're a rapist. And she was attacking and saying, we got to stop being so divisive. You got like 20 and attacking at the same time. Everything was hypocritical what she was saying, but I didn't learn nothing from her. It was all just yes, and then we're gonna bring the country together. We're gonna do this and that.
This is what we did learn. She's not gonna abort babies after birth. She's not gonna ban fracking. And it was one more she put out there that her values remain unchanged. That's another one.
She said all that already.
Yeah. I would say that from both sides we don't learn much, but I looked at some of the questions that each one dodged, and one of them was on Trump's perspective, regrets for January 6th. Did he have any? How was he actually going to end the Israel-Hamas conflict? Other than just saying that wouldn't have happened if he were president. And then Kamala, she avoided, answering if Americans are better off now than they were 4 years ago. and she would not clarify what she thinks. If she thinks there should be restrictions on abortions at all. So those were things that definitely stuck out, to me. But honestly, I didn't learn much about anything other than the fact that, Kamala, definitely prepared for this debate, and did do a good job. Again, whether she had someone in her ear or not, they did a good job, if that's the case, but, Trump was angry all night, on the defense, and I was definitely against the ropes all night long, and it was to me, it was a bad look. I don't think it's going to impact his base or not, but, yeah, it was a bad look for him.
My position is this. If you're still undecided at this point, honestly, if you were still undecided before the debate, to me, you were like really not paying attention to things. You should be pretty much along that path already. As far as the debate, I think she established who was more presidential. I mean, if a person like Walk says that,
you think she's more presidential than Trump?
Absolutely. As far as conducting herself, being responsible, yes. You're talking about she was talking about he wants to run on problems. She wants to run on solutions. She wants the people to get together. She wants to be the president for everybody. This dude is like really talking about rally size, talking about, she's busing people in. She's using AI. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous claims that are ridiculous as this earpiece situation. I mean, the bottom line is this is the stuff you do when you lose.
You know what would make her presidential? If she sit down and have a one-on-one interview with somebody that's not going to throw her some softball. Here you go. Knock it out the park, Kamala. Like, seriously, that will make have her do a town hall with some regular folk. That'll make her presidential. What you going to do when people get some deep dive questions and see what she going to give? Where's the meat and potatoes? Forget all the fluff in the water. That's all we get from her.
Mr. Walk, respectfully. So if she did have an interview with somebody else that was going to give her some hard questions, if she said, that's a nasty question, I think you're a nasty reporter for even asking that. Would that be presidential?
Yeah.
And then the next person going to ask the question. And she can't do that all day, and that's not what Donald Trump
What I'm saying is that presidential?
We facing some real problems, bro. We on the brink of World War III. We in 3 proxy wars, brother. It's a lot going on right now. If Kamala is the one for the job, show me something, baby girl. Show me something.
What has Trump
already showed us who he is?
Exactly.
Convicted felon.
What?
We probably exhausted this.
Drink bleach.
Well, there's one. This is a couple. I'm sorry. There's just a couple more things that I had wanted to say just real briefly. Is that I thought the moderators, for the most part, I know they're mainstream liberal media commentators and whatnot, but for the most part, I think they did a good job. Managing, keeping things flowing and whatnot. Keeping both of them on track and whatnot. So. Like I said, just Trump. This is all on Trump. He got to be accountable. He was not prepared for what Kamala and team, how they came. And you guys mentioned one of her bars earlier. To me, her best bar. And again, I'm not a Kamala Democrat fan, and everyone knows this. I'm not voting Democrat under no circumstance at all. But when she said that she wanted to chart the course for the future, not go back to the past, I thought that was, really, really, really brilliant. And going back to Walk's point is really, to me, what this, election comes down to is who do you think will prevent World War III? And I believe it's Trump. The Democrats been running the show. They're the ones who have us here, have things escalated. Their policies, their foreign policies that continue to promote is not stabilizing anything. It's actually aggravating the situation more. So I believe that to that question, who will prevent World War III? It is the Trump campaign.
I know one thing I was paying attention to was when they asked him about the Ukraine and the Russia war. And he said, who do you want to win? And he said, I just wanted to be over with. I kind of agree with him on that point. I'm like, why are we so quick to cheer on Ukraine? Just because it's Vladimir Putin or whatever? I mean, so what's your take on that, Mr. Walk, as far as that Ukrainian war?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Well, I'm here. I'll answer if brother's tied up at the second. My point has been the same from day one, which is the American government underneath these Democrats are the ones who put us here by escalating the whole situation, which was to bring Ukraine into NATO, which would now allow for certain weapons to be too close to Russia, and Russia had a problem with that from the gate. This has always been something that, going back to the late 80s, that was something that was off limits and whatnot. When they kept continuing to push that, that reality, then that forced Russia's hand. You know what I mean? So we wouldn't even be here. We're not. And then the other thing, that people always want to conveniently forget is the Ukrainian government and culture, they're Nazis. Straight Nazis, you know what I mean? So how does it, to see so-called black people, supporting that position, to me is weird. You know what I mean? If you just look into that just at a surface level, you will see exactly who the Ukrainian government is, who they've always been, and the ones who have been the Nazi killers, the Nazi hunters, the ones who were the heroes of World War II were the Russians. You know what I mean? So to me, it's easy. Trump is right. He wanted to de-escalate that situation. He just wants us to end, because to end that conflict, is the first chip that needs to fall to prevent World War III. The second chip is the destabilization that the Israeli apartheid,
Hold on, brother Sean. Hold on. I want to get Mr. Nice Guy's take on the Ukrainian and the Russia war.
I mean, look, I in order to analyze this, I need to analyze this like America. Obviously, I don't have a dog in the race. I just rather assume this thing be over with. I mean, I don't know if they can just sustain this. Russia can just basically keep on fighting them for 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And they'll ultimately, crash and burn. So, I mean, you can definitely make an argument that they, this needs to just kind of play out how it's going to play out without our involvement. But again, if
it's
you
already involved,
but
America is already involved.
Yeah, but you know what, they were involved in Afghanistan, and at some point they just pulled out. They didn't like how they pulled out, but at some point you cut your losses. But I'm just talking about, if you are of the position that these are your allies, these that you organize, they are a sovereign nation. To me, I get it. So just because my policies don't line with their policies, I'm not saying it's an unreasonable position to take to defend a free world country that's an ally from, these people that's the aggressor. I mean, to me, it really sounds like you guys are saying that because the female was dressed provocatively in the dark alley, she deserved to get raped. I'm saying that, look,
I'm not saying that at all.
Not even close. The reason why I'm saying that is because Russia is the one that is doing the war. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that you're giving Russia.
That's inaccurate, bro. That's inaccurate. The facts are, the bottom line is,
Russia is the one that launched the war. You can say that they did something.
No, sir. What launched the war again was the fact that the NATO was trying to establish and put weapons, bring Ukraine into NATO, and then put nuclear grade weapons and weapons that could destabilize and harm Russia, cut off their access to the Crimea region. That was a red line that's been established since the 80s. That America said long ago that they would not expand any closer to Russia. By them now changing that policy and making that move, that's why we're here. We're not here for any other reason. And the other thing is that this American government is using the Ukrainian people to kill and harm Russians. There would be no Ukraine war without America, just like there would be no Israel conflict were it not for America. That's what's going on right now.
Charles X, you do understand that doing something that you don't like is one thing. Physically doing something about it is another thing. War is not just the concept of something that pisses you off. It's the actual firing shot and invading. So I'm just saying that we can disagree on our definition of war and stuff like that. But when you're talking about
Nice guy, you can't antagonize somebody to go to war.
You said antagonize.
The gun.
But see, you said antagonize.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This
but again, he did what he had to do.
Everyone freeze up.
Dark alley. This is dressing provocatively in a dark alley. But the fact of the matter is, the raper is the rapist.
I don't agree with
that. Can I say one thing? Yeah, let me say one thing. Trump said he has a plan, a concept of a plan to end the war over there in 24 hours. He has a concept of a plan. He can't tell you what it is because he only has
That is
concepts.
stupid. That is stupid. Brother Charles, you still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm still here for sure.
Okay. I thought you froze. Okay.
Oh, no, sir. No.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the Ukraine, First Lady, did you want to say something on it?
No, I think they covered it.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Walker's ready to move on. Everybody, we good? Let's see what our brother Yusef got to say. Russia will never crash and burn. They have China, India, and Saudi.
I was talking about Ukraine. Without a doubt, they will not.
Yeah, but Russia is the strongest military on the planet right now. You know what I mean? They've been getting real world battle going against American proxies. You know, their military has grown. Their economy has grown.
They stronger in America? They stronger in the American military?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because
stronger than China? Stronger than China?
Absolutely.
Say our lives.
Russia is the strongest military force inside of the world right now.
He said yes. By not funding Ukraine, the war is over.
Yeah, we know you can stop. You can stop the war real quick just by
America can stop it right now because you remember everything is happening because of this Democrat government under Kamala Harris and Biden.
Under Kamala, under Biden,
you know there would be no war if they were not directly involved with allowing it to continue. And the millions of people that have died in that war. I mean, the deaths that are on the Ukrainian side. It's tremendous. You know, it's 10-1. You know, they've lost so many people and so many more millions injured. You know, the death toll and the conflict of this conflict was unnecessary at the end of the day because Russia, you know, they have more of that region. They're not giving it back. They're in total control of the situation. This was mishandled. Money was mishandled. You know, coming out this economy. This is one of the biggest indictments of why the Democrats and Kamala Harris and this Biden administration should not continue on. Through her legacy. Straight
why
up.
do you keep saying Kamala? It's kind of ridiculous that all of a sudden now she's the person running the ship. You know what I'm saying? She's the vice president.
It's not ridiculous at all. She's the vice president.
She's
the vice president on this ticket.
JD Vance is not going to have a lick of power under Donald Trump if he wins. So I'm just saying
the only job of the vice president is to reiterate what the president's desires are. That's it.
If you're gonna sign on as vice president and you're not gonna back that individual and you're not for what they're doing, then you wouldn't be vice president. You know what I mean? It's straight up. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be the wingman. At all.
The proper thing to do is assign it to Biden, Brother Charles. That's the proper thing to do.
I'm assigning it to the administration.
Not Harris.
Administration.
It's Biden.
Yeah, for some reason they'd be like, well, she's gonna ban fracking. Sometimes it seems like you can distinguish Biden policies from hers, as the other times where basically all of Biden's policies are hers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, clearly he's the person that's not gonna ban fracking. He's supporting it, but it's picking and choosing. So I'm just saying that cherry picking is kind of ridiculous. I'm not saying that you're doing it, Brother Charles X, but I'm just giving an example of something that Trump does. You're trying to ascribe all this stuff to her boss.
Let me say this. She did say that she had meetings with people, and then Trump said, and after that, he launched. He started the war.
Funny.
Come on now.
And what you brought it up.
I got my point out.
She told them that, look, this is what's going to happen. That's all she said. She said, look, this is what our intelligence is telling you that this was going to happen. So it's not an issue of whether she was there to prevent the war or anything like that. It was basically giving an ally heads up what was going to happen.
All right, let's jump to our commercials real quick. New commercials coming. They coming. I'm working. La Brea Trucking for all of your trucking needs. East Coast to West Coast, West Coast to East Coast, North to South. Call the brother. You need something hauled. He'll throw it on the back of that trailer, on that dually, and bring it there to you. Call that brother. La Brea Trucking.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey.
You could pick it up online, or you could go in person to the Petty Vice located in Venice, California, or the Afro City Marketplace located in the Crenshaw Mall. I know y'all want to hit that mall on Crenshaw. That thing's still there. The Crenshaw Mall still.
it's still holding up.
Okay. Is the Magic Johnson Theater still there?
Nah, it's called something different now.
Okay. All right. I'm just wondering, I haven't been in that area in a minute, but shout out to gentrification. Shout out to the Crenshaw Mall. And then we got coming up.
No, Walkman got younger.
Yeah. Hey, you're probably gonna make a whole lot more sense. Hey, what's happening there, man?
Damn, that was cold. What's up, Walt? What happened? You the Benjamin, what's that? Benjamin I know what I'm talking about.
Did you see him contributing to the delinquency of a minor?
All right.
Hey, Trump would say that you probably gonna eat a cat, man. That's what's up.
Rock Mutant Politics. That means right of center with the host, Brother Charles X, and the recurring guest host or Mr. Nice Guy.
Hey, you call me Robin. I'm Robin on both on Mutant X. I'm sorry, Mutant Politics, and Spin That Back. I'm Robin. Batman is Student X, and Batman is El Pooh. That's what's up.
All right, cool. Yeah, tune in next week, right? For sure.
Yeah, next week, El Pooh, is you off next week?
Yeah, I should be off next week. Probably the week after that too. Probably.
Wait. So you're saying that we'll be doing rock for 2 weeks?
You probably will.
Check that up. That's what's up.
That's great. That's great. All right. Then let's go to what should we go to next? What's the commercial? Oh, let me go to my Taco Scoreboard. Black owned. Y'all know it's football season, right? Get down there. They got a whole bunch of Raiders fans and a whole bunch of 49ers fans right there on Franklin Boulevard. Let me get this address for y'all so y'all could go check out the game if you want to go and watch it with some fellow sports fans. It's 7123 Franklin Boulevard. They got wings on Wednesday. Then they got tacos and tequilas on Tuesday. And it's a great bar, great environment. They got security at the front door, security at the back door. So go check them out. It's a great environment.
Football. Since we're speaking of football, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Jay-Z, Kendrick, Lil Wayne. What's going on with the Super Bowl situation? I want to set that table.
Let me set it. All right, check it out, man. I heard Nice Guy earlier was talking about who decides, and it was a confusion going back and forth as far as it was Jay-Z or was it a board. I go to DJ Academics for my source. He's a reliable source, in my opinion, straight up. In my opinion, he's a reliable source. And he said that when people were saying that it's a delegate or a committee, they was wrong. That's what he said. He said Jay-Z is the final one to sit there and say, "Oh, we got them going," or "This gonna be on." He has a whole lot of sway as far as the thing go. But what it is, the Super Bowl. I got the pictures up here. I'm dragging it out too long. Where's my picture? The Super Bowl picture.
That's what happens when you rely on DJ Academics.
All right. Well, this is Kendrick Lamar, and we know everything that Kendrick does, there's a meaning behind it. He's sitting down with the football, got the American flag in the back. We don't know what it means yet, but we know there's a meaning behind that. Just know that. But he's going to be headlining the Super Bowl 20, or I don't even know what number this is.
The halftime show.
What Super Bowl number is it?
Yeah, I never know the numbers. This is
I think it's 54.
bunch of L's and X's and M's, whatever it is.
It's not
54, if I'm not
59?
mistaken. 54, I think.
I think you're right, First Lady. I think First Lady's right. It's 59.
Salute
It is.
First Lady.
Because it was a L, that's 50, and then they had a X with a I to the right or left or somewhere in there. You're right, First Lady. You're absolutely right. All right. So Super Bowl 59, Kendrick Lamar will be headlining, and everybody was complaining, talking about, man, that should have went to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne should be headlining the show. In my opinion, I don't care. I just want a good show. I think either one of them would have been a good show, but I think Kendrick Lamar is really going to kill it. And somebody pointed out Black History Month too. What's y'all take on it?
Hey, first of all, the big reason why is because it's going to be in Louisiana. But now, go ahead, Walk. I just want to point out, it's not just that giving Lil Wayne the halftime show when the Super Bowl is going to be in Louisiana. That's why they feel that Lil Wayne should have the halftime show. So go ahead, Brother Walk.
Right, and this year it was actually in LA. And
Hey,
that's
real
why
quick,
Dr. Dre and
just for the record, Jay Walk was born in New Orleans, so he has a personal vested take. Go ahead, Walk.
I was born in New Orleans. I go out there every year. But
That's
yeah,
right.
I don't want to see no Lil Wayne ugly ass on there. I want to see Kendrick Lamar. And I don't care if he perform, they not like us for the whole 12 minutes. Yeah. Sorry, Lil Wayne, I don't want to see you, brother. Come on, man. And that video you made, you was looking uglier than normal, bro. Like I couldn't even tell if he was really sad or not.
Damn,
Sorry,
dude.
You're gonna play that video? He brought up the video up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's play the video, man. This is Wayne's response to him not being selected for the Super Bowl.
That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. It made me feel like not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like you guys reminded me that I ain't without y'all. And that's an amazing reality. That hurt.
He should have apologized like this. This would have been better. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
All right, look, real quick, I want to say we was talking earlier, and I was listening to all what other people on the internet. I be on the internet all the time, and I'm listening to what people saying here or there and stuff like that. And some people were saying that Lil Wayne was a marvel, one of the greatest in the rap game. He should have been positioning himself to be in that position where he ain't got to sit there and wait on somebody to select him. I agree with it to a point, because when they showing his concerts, people saying that he don't remember his lines, he don't put on a good show. It's disappointing, because to me, Lil Wayne was one of the best, but he said it himself, he don't remember his lines. And I mean, you gotta be, I know in the nation, I remember Mr. Farrakhan taught us, prepare yourself for when the time comes. Be prepared. You got to start preparing now. And when it's time, somebody calling you, ready to go. And it looked like he wasn't ready. And I think Jay-Z, being a masterful artist and somebody who takes his craft very seriously, he could look and see, okay, Dot is ready. But I would put Lil Wayne. If Lil Wayne was ready, he would have got it. But he's just not ready.
Yeah, you quoting the Honorable Minister Farrakhan? I'm gonna quote Sugar Free. You know, if you stay ready. But yeah, you know how that goes. Anyways, I look at this video, and the first thing I think about is how hurt and how sad I was when Lil Wayne was sitting there talking about racism don't exist because of all his white fans. Look, this dude is burnt. I mean, he is absolutely a legend in the game. He's one of the greatest rap artists of all times. He's got an amazing catalog, great accomplishments, but this dude is not in the mental state to be the presentation for the greatest audience that, you know, some things are going to be on TV. So I'm just saying that this ain't the time for him to be that guy. In his prime, when he had a lot of his marbles and all that stuff, absolutely, especially in Louisiana. Honestly, I would have tried to figure out some way for him to at least be involved. I mean, a lot of those people, the cash money and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, the hottest rapper in the game is K-Dot. It is the only most logical decision to go. What you got to say about this brother Charles X?
I'm in the same opinion as you. The most relevant and impactful rapper in the whole game right now, you know, and musician, you know, arguably is, you know, Kendrick Lamar. You know, we know he's going to put on a great show, and you know, the brother, you know, being a Lil Wayne, man, that was just so pitiful. You know what I mean? You know, even. I mean, if they let him be on with the Super Bowl show now, I mean, it would be out of pity because this brother was pitiful.
Right. Damn, dude. Damn, y'all down in my man Lil Wayne so hard, man. Come on. He got a bout. I'm assuming he on that lean. I don't know no facts. I just think that them drugs, it does mess us up sometimes. It does make us slack. And when he been rich since he was like 16. You know what I'm saying? He been rich and the most wanted and everybody loving him since he was 16. That brother said, I've never experienced racism in my life. Yeah. Everybody just kissing your ass because you are the thing. You could do what you want. Nobody could tell you nothing. I get it. But, you know, it's a level of discipline that you have to have in these situations. And hopefully he learned from this. He'll get better from this.
That sounds like cooning. You know, him talking about he never experienced racism. You know, I mean, we had that topic last week. That was cooning because I know that brother, you know, that experienced some damn racism in his lifetime. You know what I mean?
Not only that, after saying that, he got sweated by some police, and all of a sudden it was all racism. Racism just popped up into existence. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, Walk. What you about to say?
Can I get a zoom in? Here's Lil Wayne.
Oh my goodness. First Lady J, you got something to say about this?
Man, you ridiculous, Walk.
Damn, I mean, how many pills you gonna take, bro? Rest in peace, Walk. Next show.
I feel like the right decision was made, and I was earlier this morning reading about Lil Boosie's statement and how he compared to the artists in California in 22 got to perform in their hometown, and how he doesn't think that it's cool that they're not allowing Tattoo Man Lil Wayne to perform in his town. And Kendrick is the hottest thing, you know, and people tend to follow the latest trend, and he's going to bring it. And I agree. I don't feel like Lil Wayne is going to bring it. You know, his hometown, he might have the fans that cheer him on there, but people are going to be coming from all over, and they want what's really popular and what's really going on. So I have to roll with the decision that was made. And I agree with, I believe that was Mr. Floyd X that said that someone said, if he wanted it that bad by him being there, why didn't he do it himself, get himself to that point to be able to perform in his own hometown?
And I want to go ahead, lady. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm done.
All right. I just want to give everybody a special preview, a snippet, and I've heard it through the grapevine that Kendrick Lamar is going to do a remix of first person shooter featuring J. Cole and Drake on the stage.
Maybe.
I mean, was that believable?
You see, everybody got quiet.
I think nobody know what that is. That's a song.
First Person Shooter is the song that. Go ahead, nice guy.
Yeah, that's the song that created all the beef.
Yeah,
you know, with the K Dot and Drake and
with them sound effects.
That's what I was waiting for. I just knew El Pooh was gonna brutalize you. But El Pooh, what's your take on all this?
I think Lil Wayne, Lil Mama, Lil Boosie, Lil Baby, all of them should have a little time on the Super Bowl halftime show.
Give them a horn, man.
Oh man.
All right, so you want to try to fit in one more?
Yeah, let's go. Which one y'all want to do?
So you want to do the women weaponizing child support?
Tyreek.
Oh, that's the Tyreek, the weaponizing child support.
Yep.
Oh, he means Tyreek Hill.
No, it's Tyrese.
And then the rest.
Wait. Tyreek or Tyrese? Which one y'all talking about?
Tyreek.
I was talking about Tyreek Hill.
That's in the news. We're gonna cover that in the news, but we're just talking about the topics. You know.
Oh, topic. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna cover that, but in the topics of this is something that Walk has suggested. You want to set the table for this one, brother?
Oh yeah, Floyd X was gonna rock that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm saying, yeah, my bad. Yeah, Floyd
Let me
X.
pull an image up of Mr. Tyrese and his ex-wife. Now, brother Tyrese, he was recently thrown in jail behind child support. Brother Tyrese is a brother who does not drink, he does not smoke, and he said, I've never been to jail in my life. Like Jay Walk said, he said, I've never been to jail in my life because I don't do nothing illegal. But because of this child support she's trying to get, and I don't know why I don't know why he would go to jail if he's not required to pay this, but they trying to get as much money out of him as possible. This lady who divorced him. He didn't divorce her. She divorced him. And she left him. It was for no reason. He wasn't cheating. He wasn't out there being a dog and doing this and that. He was away working. And her friends got into her ear, her mama and everybody. And I'm just repeating what he said. I'm not just making this up. He said that she said that she was listening to the wrong people. She had some regret after leaving him for no reason. And he was like, "What you leave?" He left a movie shoot to rush home because he heard his wife was leaving. And I can leave it there. Y'all can chime in. He went to jail behind some child support.
Brother Walk.
And he had a prenuptial agreement. He had a prenup.
Yeah.
So, but they're coming at him. He said after three separate law firms that she done used to get at him, they trying to get his pockets. He like, damn, what more do you want? And they have a daughter together. This is a terrible situation for my boy Tyrese. And but we see it for what it is. And he's getting a lot of support from who? Black women. I'm not talking about the Pretendi and Kamala, but from real black women. He's getting a lot of support from them. They are on his side because this is just a terrible situation.
Hey, did you make that up? Who will you get that Pretendian? That's the cold one. That's the cold one.
From Dr. Umar. I got that from Dr. Umar.
That's the cold one. The Pretendian.
Brother X, you got something to say about this?
Yeah, I just don't really have too much of the facts behind this, but we do know that the legal system has definitely been anti-man and for a long time. You know, sometimes we've earned that focus and whatnot, but a lot of times it's unwarranted, and it sounds like from what you all are reporting, on this subject, that this is one of those things where it's not warranted. We call it lawfare. Something Trump knows all about. So
Shit. What unlawfare?
Lawfare.
Lawfare. Oh, like warfare. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, and also I want to talk about real quick. Faison, he spoke on the situation and talking about how Kamala. He said he was watching the debate and he was bored, so he flipped the channel and he said that y'all want to do something about this child support stuff. And then our brother, Mr. I was gonna say Roly Poly because I be watching too much Tyreek Nasheed, but Roland Martin said that they can't do nothing about it because it's a state issue. So miss me with that. But I think as far as the state issue goes, we should start. I think us as black men, really need to come together and do something, because I've been married for 25 years. But looking at this situation, I'd be like, damn, how she just could divorce him. He had a whole prenup, and she's still fighting to get more money. And he talking about he already paid like $3 million, or he said $1 million. $1 million in lawyer fees already. That's just his side, and she trying to get him, because they're not charging her. She only paid $3,000 so far in lawyer fees, because her lawyers are banking on getting money from him because he's the big star. I mean, it's real messed up to where this game is going right now, and I think that should be the focus of men in particular.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why we think Kamala Harris is going to be, repping for us at all. You know what I mean? Just given her track record, But in general, yeah, I've been advocating that, for a long time, which is we need to, become more focused on identifying candidates who are going to put issues that impact men, on the table, and then those are ones who should be getting our support.
The candidates that black men need to be focusing on is who they sleeping with. I mean, that's what they really need to be focusing on. You got something to say about this, First Lady Jay, before we pivot on to the news?
Yeah, I honestly always had an issue with the whole child support thing. I've always felt like men and women should not let the court decide on how you're going to take care of your child. That's your kid. You have the child together, or children, not the courts. I do feel like a lot of women do weaponize when it comes to child support, but men have rights just like women do. They have legal aid, everything that will help the men just as much as they help the women out. A lot of times these women are just a woman scorned. They're asking for way more than enough child support, way more than what they need. And, it just, they don't want to see the man get ahead. A lot of this, you can just go into mediation and agree on something yourself. I look at some of these amounts that these men have to pay for child support. I feel sorry when they go take a man's license for child support, for not paying child support. I do feel like it should be a better system for child support, but I also want everybody to know women have to pay child support too. You can go after a woman for child support, especially
Mary J. Blige.
Okay, yeah, you can
Halle
Berry. Yep.
Yes,
they paying child support.
Have to pay child support, especially if you have visitation rights with your kids or joint custody. The women can pay child support too. Know your rights. And
Marlon Wayne's paying $18,000 a month for his 18-month-old daughter. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That's mad ridiculous.
I'll be in LA like, hey, what's up, little homie? Come here. I need to holler at you real quick, my nigga.
They're doing it because they can get away with it. That's the main reason. But if you don't fight for your rights and appeal things and go after it, no change is going to come. A lot of these women, and especially if you're known to have money, they doing it just because. And, I don't remember, you guys may remember this. We were young a long time ago. There was a female, and I bullcrap you guys, not one of y'all probably remember this, where this one lady performed oral sex on an athlete and held his arm in her mouth and inserted in her and got pregnant and went after him for child support and got it. I can't remember.
I don't remember that story. That's crazy.
It's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he had to pay child support.
Real quick, I remember the story of when that girl tried to get Drake baby and he put hot sauce in the condom. I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
Get yourself a good attorney. I mean, one way to get around a lot of this stuff is you get custody of the child. A lot of the big celebrities that are in these type of situations, they make sure that they get possession of the child. You don't have to pay child custody when a child is in your. If you're the one that has full custody of the child, you're not paying child support to the other person. So I'm just saying that there are ways. This system definitely needs to be adjusted. You know what I'm saying? We need to figure out something way more sensible than what it is. But you should be trying to go get that full custody. Well, nowadays, there was a time when they pretty much sided with the mother. She was going to have the fast track to getting full custody, but it's really about who's the wage earner. And if you get you a proper attorney and attack this properly, you can use that to basically secure the custody that will undermine a lot of this stuff. But yeah, now that said, we still need to do something about it. You want to say something about this quickly, Elpu, before we get to the news?
Yeah, this is one thing I think y'all missing. The more money a man makes, the more he's going to pay. That's just the bottom line, period.
Hey, brother, Youssef had left a good comment like a few comments ago about this situation.
Which one?
Think we should probably move on to the news. Not the last one, but the one before that one. Only white men seems to get child support from black women. Yeah, and that's happened with a reality star where she got to pay this white guy that they got married on the what was that show? The Bachelor? She was the first black bachelorette. She's paying that dude $16,000 a month. Yep.
Get your prenubs, get you a good attorney, work your stuff out. But let's get to the news.
And
we might go a little bit longer to cover these some of these in the news things that we really want to cover. But let's talk about brother Tyreek Hill. Who's you got that for us, First Lady Jane?
I have a little something for you. Tyreek Hill was pulled over by a police officer on a motorcycle just outside Hard Rock Stadium on September 8th and informed that he was speeding. Officers later said they clocked Hill going 60 miles per hour. Hill's official citation released Tuesday detailed high rate of speed, visual estimation 60 miles per hour.
So you said a motorcycle? That was like a Lamborghini or something. Let me see. Yeah.
No, they said it was the motorcycle cop.
Police.
Police.
Oh, motorcycle cop. Okay.
They was on detail. They was on detail for the game.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a very important piece of the puzzle. I never heard that. I know brother Charles X got something particularly want to say about this.
Well, no, the main thing is that, as men, I'm always advocating that, it's, we should be accountable for everything. And, that whole situation was totally avoidable from, all the footage that's been released. All he had to do was just be more respectful from the gate. And then this is a non-issue. Nothing ever would have happened, So, I was just disappointed how, that immediately the race hustlers were jumping on this. Like this is, some, racist police and whatnot, this and that. It started getting picked up by the various commentators out there. And then the brother wasn't even being completely honest with us about actually what happened. At the end of the day, these police, a lot of them, we talked about it before. I do believe we have a third of the force that, is corrupt, but the rest of those guys are there to either protect and serve or just do their job. And so, they're putting their lives on the line. So in the case to where you have tinted windows, you're being hostile, you get the window roll up, they don't know what's going on in there. And then, they don't even know who you are, but I think that Tyreek felt that they should have known who he was and he was above the law, and that's what kind of led to his demeanor.
I agree with that, but I do got some pushback. They did go a little above and beyond, because come on, it's a young fly brother and a fresh ass whip. It's a little hating going on. They didn't have to drag him out the car like that because Tyreek Hill, he's been an athlete his whole life. He probably been privileged his whole life. Getting the woman a fry whip, and they was hating a little bit. They did do a little bit too much, but the brother could have just been on some respectable stuff like, yo, bro, I'm about to be in that game right in that stadium right there. So you know what I'm saying? But they're getting reprimanded for this. They are going to get reprimanded for the action that they did. They didn't have to do him all like that, throw him on the ground and cuff him up and stuff like that.
Let me go. You want to say something, Elpu?
I'm good.
I just want to say real quick. Now, I watched. Shout out to our brother Cam, FOI, Nation of Islam member. Let me just play this clip real quick.
Focus Up Network. Salute. Membership. Salute. Appreciate you.
I just want to play that because he got like a daily show he does. It's called The Campaign. And he spoke on this Tyreek Hill situation. He was like, the brother missed the opportunity when he got arrested, he went to the game. I think it was Sunday, right? He went to the game, and after the game, he gave a press conference, and he was being super nice to the police officers and trying to downplay everything, like, oh, it was just nothing. It was nothing, and it was okay. And then his teammates pulled over and witnessed him getting arrested, and the brother did an interview on the Stephen A. I think it was the first take. On the first take, he gave more details. He was talking about how they was overdoing it, and what Cam did was he detailed like how you can't give these officers a pass because you have an opportunity to point out that how they are harassing people. Because only reason he got let go because they found out who he was. The police officer didn't even know who he was. Right around the corner from the arena, he didn't know who the hell he was arresting. The other cop said, "You know who that is?" He's like, "No, who is it?" That's Tyreek Hill. He's the most famous player on the team. And then the dude, then everything changed. The whole demeanor changed. He shook everybody's hand and left and went to the game. But the police harassment, everybody is not a Tyreek Hill, is what I'm trying to say. And he missed an opportunity to point out police brutality and how they take excessive force and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I think the missed opportunity again was teaching people, and especially the young people that look up to them, what is the proper way to engage with law enforcement, and how that right there alone would change the whole potential reality, of something popping off like that. This whole thing was in his control. If he would have reacted a whole lot different, in that situation, this never would have even got that far ever.
Yeah, and we don't have the defense of being Tyreek Hill. I mean, I think that's the most survival important lesson that you can get from this. And he did say, to his defense, he's saying that, look, I didn't handle that the best way. I definitely should have handled that better. I think, like Walk says, there was extra stuff going on the cops, and they were both at fault. But as far as civilians, we don't have the defense of being Tyreek Hill, so be careful. Respect those cops. It's a dangerous situation. Go ahead, Brother Walk.
Y'all see? Okay, let's switch reels, like my cousin Tony say. Today's a good fight coming on. Canelo versus Berlanga, baby, is going down. Yes, that's why I'm watching boxing. I got my beer, I got my bottle. That's what I'm doing today. I ain't leaving the house. And look, my baby mom, my son, they leaving without saying bye.
All right, so we good.
Yeah, I don't know if those other in the news items warrant keeping it going, unless someone particularly wants to say something about Unc, doing what he did. But we kind of touched upon it in the beginning. But we want to thank you for liking, for watching. So remember, like, share, subscribe. You want to know what he did? Get the button ready.
I mean, y'all thought I was bull jiving. Hey, I'll get it in. Real talk.
Yeah. So.